Yo! What's up, guys? Hello, my dear darlings! Hello! It's me, Rolanda Kane, and today I'm gonna play one interesting game that I found, and it's will be unusual content for now. I'm playing a game based on the Amazing Digital Circus. By the way, one of my favorite show. So I found a game, the Amazing Digital Dating Simulator. Wow, awesome! Woohoo! Wow, this sounds awesome and intriguing. So alright, let's start the game. Let's do this. Alrighty, let's go! This is a fun game. This is Fanmade, and this is no way officially blah 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 blah. Well, I know. Welcome to the Amazing Digital Dating Simulator, a slice of life style school setting where anything and everything is possible. I'm Kane, and I'll be your principal for the duration of your stay here at the Amazing Digital Academy. Help your classmates pull pranks on the teacher. Become a straight student or rule-breaking delinquent. Sorry guys, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Well, I tried at least. All this while possibly finding love along the way. Ooh. But enough about my wonderful creation. Let's get you enrolled. First things first. What uniform will you be done in? Well, of course this one, because I'm a girl. Girly. Sounds good. How about your name? What should we call you? Of course, I'll be Rolanda. This is my name. Rolanda, huh? Are you sure you like that name? Of course! Because I am the star of my channel. This is my name. So yeah, of course. Alrighty then, Rolanda. Then let's hit aside. Alright. Hi, my name is Rolanda. I'm a transfer student to the Amazing Digital Academy. My parents moved to the countryside after a vague, tragic event that changed the course of our lives. After I said goodbye to all my old friends, my parents got my transcripts and packed up the car. Today is my first day at this new school. Oh, yay! I glanced down at my class schedule. This should be English 101 with Mr. Kinger. So, where's the teacher? As I step into the room to let in any other students that might be late to class, someone else hopped into the room. The figure looks like a dull white piece from a gaming set. Especially, he looks like a king at chess. It takes me a moment to put two and two together, but when I do, I almost groan. Surely his name can't really be. Hello, my name is Kinger. You must be pleased to meet me. Mr. Kinger extends a gloved hand, which I shake more of an instinct than out of genuine sense of excitement. Good morning, students! On the docket today, we have a new student named... what's your name again? Hey everyone, I'm Rolanda Kane. Look forward to living you all. I hope we can be all friends. Rolanda, don't mess with me, and we'll be good. Rolanda and I'll always down for a good time. Well... Okay, let's choose the first one, since it sounds friendly, I guess. Hey. Oh, and by the way, let's save this. Maybe it'll be also somehow change the plot or something like this. Let's choose Hey everyone, Rolanda. I look forward to learning with you all. I hope we all can be friends. Well, this is a friendly option. I'm always friendly. Right on! Go on and take any open seat, Rolanda. Most of our students don't bite. One of the other students, a purple rabbit, my favorite Jax, seems to grin at this. Right. I take a moment to think of who to sit by. Okay, I take a seat next to the girl in the colorful hat and sailor uniform. That's probably Pomni. I sit next to the shy-looking girl with comedy mess and ribbon body. Absolutely Gangle. I sit next to the mismatched figure with a bored look on their face. I don't know, lol. I sit down next to the cherry-looking ragdoll in front of the class. Well, it's Ragetta, obviously. I sit down with the mischievous-looking purple rabbit. Well, my favorite Jax. I sit down in the teacher set. Well, I guess this figure it means like Zubul, I guess. Well, also I'll save this. What if I sit down with my favorite Jax, my Pookie Wookie Bear? I sit down next to the purple rabbit. He looks bored by Mr. Kinger's lecture. As I take a closer look, I see his name is written on a nameplate on his desk. Apparently, his name is Jax. As I get a closer look at Jax, I also see he's working his job. Is he chewing a gum? He catches me looking at him, and I almost apologize for staring, but I can see he isn't offended. Instead, he grins quietly before putting a finger up to his lips. He takes the chewed gum between his gloved fingers, reaching out towards the girl in front of us. Well, I guess in this video I'll read too much. The girl in front of us has a ribbon for a body and a comedy mask for a face. Oh, Gango! My baby! My Pookie! My second Pookie after Jax! My favorite character too! My Pookie Wookie Bear! She is paying close attention to Mr. Kinger's lecture, and Jax is reaching out with the gum on his hand. Is he going to stick it on her mask? Warn her, keep quiet. Well, real fact about me, I always been quiet. This is a real fact about Mix, by the way. Yeah, I always been quiet, especially in school. Well, you know. Jessie saw forward to practice style, sticking the wet blood of already being chewed gum to the ribbon's girl mask. The rainbow girl has a quiet shriek of discomfort, flailing her arms as she desperately pulls away from Jax. Ew! Jax! What's that? What did you do? Ew! Her whining and desperate flailing is a little funny, even as she feels around blindly behind her mask. Her movements attract the attention of Mr. Kinger. What's going on? What's going on? He seems aware of something is going on, but he doesn't seem to know what. How is this guy teaching us? Jess is just picking on Gangle again. The mismatched figure pipes up from next to Gangle, who is evidently the ribbon girl that Jack just stuck his gum to. Here, Gangle, let's go to the bedroom so we can wash it off. Oh yes, get on then, Zubul! Nothing phases this teacher. Daggers into the rabbit as they leave. What? It was funny, right? Make me out here. What? It was funny, right? Make me up here. Jax turns face to me. Oh, let's save. Maybe it's also... No, Jax, that's mean. I guess it was kind of funny. Yeah, that was how... Yeah, that's... Well, I'm not that cruel. So, of course, I will not choose the first option, of course. I'm not that cruel. I guess it was kind of funny. Well, at least maybe a little bit. Or, no, Jax, that was mean. Well, I'm a good girl, so, damn, I don't know. Well, I guess choose the second one. Jess offers a thin smile as he leans over to me. It was very funny. You should try to listen up, new kid. You might have some actual fun. And plus hashtag, I will try to repeat voices of the characters. So at least I will try to repeat them. I know it will not be perfect, but at least I'm trying to be a little bit like canon, at least, and be accurate. I can help but audibly gulp and hope I haven't thrown my lot in the with the wrong person. Ooh. I was just settling into my desk and getting used to this place when someone burst into the room. Ooh. Principal Kane! Principal Kane, how excited to have you in our class today! Then your figure turned to address us. At his side was a bubble with razor sharp teeth. Oh, I know it's a bubble. I don't think I'll ever get used to the school. Kinder class! How do you do? Principal Kane extends the hand, gesturing to all of us before freezing in a place. With a sound like porcelain grating against porcelain, his teeth slammed shut. His eyes slowly extrude from his teeth like they're not solid objects. Carolina! Wasn't expecting you here! Many enthusiasm suffuses his voice as he points his cane at me. Maybe you'll be the secret ingredients to make this school interesting. He pauses a moment, rubbing the base of his chin and contemplation for a moment. Is there any reason you're here, Kane? Bubble, you look so cute. I know it's not from topic, but look at Bubble. He is so cute. Just look at this stinky. Zobel speaks to him like they're addressing an unknown insect instead of insect. Zobel speaks to him like they're addressing an unknown insect instead of the principal of the school. Kane perks up. That's right! The reason I'm here! To make sure we all have enriching academy experience! One filled with fun, danger, adventure! He begins to list more and more descriptors increasing his breakneck speed until I can even tell what he's saying. And most of all, interesting to our studio audience! He turns towards the window and stares of it for a moment. Is he addressing somebody? There doesn't appear to be anyone outside. However, the numbers are in. Students and it turns out school dramas are just white noise. Normally, this is the time that I tell you that means the end of school life as we know. Kane's bite of his hands and mock horror. The class and Kingo play alone, gasping at this revelation. Kingo looks ready to burst into tears. However, must be told to the students, your benevolent principal has found a way to bring public interest back to the school in a major way. At this point, the sharp-toothed bubble next to him pipes him. Hi! Let's repeat it. How are you bringing interest back to school, Mr. President? Kane shows the bubble a confused look, but he's straight. Can I not read all of this, okay? If you don't mind, sometimes I will not read this, okay? You see, my little Tomer Emeralds, what's one thing no academy around here has never had? A cast of colorful characters? A competent principal? Adequate funding? Kane shakes his head. Wrong and surprisingly right, but also not relevant to what I'm talking about. No school around here has a culture festival celebrating the unique talents of its students. So, I, being your benevolent principal, have decided to put your class in charge of throwing the best culture festival this side of the Pacific Ocean. Make it flashy. We gotta keep interested for our investors after all. Hey gods, I'm almost late for my deep tissue message. Alright, Kinker, I'll leave you the list everyone's responsibilities. You all have 5 days. Break a leg or two. Abruptly, as he appeared, Kane darts out the room, disappearing from view as he heads to his appointment. Alright, class, let's see what roles Kane assigned to each of you for the Culture Festival. Kane releases a paper from his desk and begins to read aloud. Rakata, as the class representative, I trust you to organize the other students and make sure the festival proceeds with no issues. You can count on me! Zobo and Gengle, you two will work on art to promote the festival. We have a pretty big school here, so we'll need plenty of posters and some art to display during the festival. I don't know. I still don't have anything I'm comfortable showing everyone else. Palm Ninjax! Look up what Culture Festival is! Shouldn't we do that before we start making posters? No, I like this idea. Plus, we get to see what Gengle comes up with her posters. If it's anything like what she comes up when she drops Ragata. Jax! Gengle interrupts Jax before he can finish his stall, pleading with him to stay quiet. The class erupts into chaos as Zubel and Gengle argue with Jax. Pomni tries to find out what a culture festival is, and Ragata tries to salvage what remains of class and get her classmates to pay attention. For his part, Mr. Kinger seems content to let students bicker amongst themselves. Maybe he didn't have the rest of his lesson planned and is just waiting on the lunch bell. As if I had sounded it by thinking of it. The lunch bell sounds. Everyone drops their arguments and flies out of the classroom. Time to find what I'm doing for lunch. Yay! Let's go. After my chaotic first half of the day, I worked quite appetite. The cafeteria was bustling with unfamiliar faces. Around me, there was a selection of places to buy lunch, but none of them stood out from one another. Mannequin here, yay! I picked up something to eat at the nearest food place and set about deciding where to sit down. As I scanned bustling lunchroom, I don't recognize any options. I could check the library, maybe Pomni or Jax is there trying to find out what Culture Festival is. I guess I could just take my lunch back to the classroom. I sat alone, there's nobody I felt particularly close to. Well, I could it's the third one I will not choose. Well, I'll save, of course. Maybe it also will affect to the plot. Okay, I could check the library, maybe Pomni or Jax is there trying to find out what Culture Festival is. Well, why not to help Jackson Pomni? Just why not? I walk into the library with my trained hand. I peer through the rows of dusty, cluttered shelves, and I see Jackson Pomni by the tables in the middle of the library. Even from here, I can tell Jax is up to trouble. He's strapping his foot up painfully and pacing back and forth. I can barely make out Pomni, craning her neck to peer up into the tall bunny's yellow eyes. As I generally maneuver between the shelves, trying to avoid spilling the cream corn casserole I brought from the cafeteria, I can make out some art. Going to... with Kinger asked us to... I can hear Jack's response, but I don't have to, as he mimics Pomni mannerism, tilting his head from side to side. As I get closer, I can hear her trying to reason with the stubborn rabbit. We should at least try to do what he said. I don't want to be the only one who didn't do anything to help. Against my better judgment, I creep closer, nearly tripping over a step stool. I managed to creep into earshot. Why? This whole thing is pointless, and no one will even notice if we bail. Why? This whole thing is pointless, and no one will notice if we bail. Trust me. Jack crosses his arm, leaning back and letting out an annoying sign. As he leans back, he catches sight of me. Oop! Hey, new kid! He calls out for me. He calls out to me. What do you think? We should teach this dumb culture fair thing, right? Their name is Rolana Jax. Second up, they were in class with the rest of us. I bet they want to stay on Kane's good side as much as the rest of us. I bet they'd rather do something fun, like pulling an epic prank. Bonnie gives me a meaningful look. Jay shoots me a mischievous grin. I feel like I should choose my response carefully here. Ooh! Alright, let's save here too. Let's go. Pomni's right, we all have a part to play. Make culture fair a success. That sounds fine, Jax. I don't care about the culture fair. Let's go pull a prank. Well, I'm not a person who likes pranks and like that. I'm shy enough to do it, so I'll be on Pomni's. So I'll be on Pomni's side. I'll be on the good side. I'm a good girl. Thank you, Rolana. She trails off, giving me a nervous but genuine smile. Just scolds for a moment but recovers quickly. Whatever. See you losers later. You know, I still have a lot of gum to chew. Maybe I'll find a book about culture festivals and stick all the pages together. Jack gives me a mischievous grin before throwing out the library. I hope he wasn't serious. Ignore him, he probably isn't going to do that. There was an awkward pause as neither of us seemed to know what to say before Pony breathes it for us. So it looks like it's up to us new kids to find out what the culture fair is about. I know. How hard could it be to find a book about culture festivals? We proceed into the depths of the library. I pretty much forget about lunch as we search the shelves. Each book is so caked with dust, it feels like the library is a forgotten archive. The more we scour the shelves, the more we realize how daunting of a task this actually will be. These don't seem to be organized by genre. She looks over at me. Yeah, and they don't seem to be in alphabetical order either. What's on your shelf? Pony lifts out a book with a happy puppy on the front, the title reading Spots Day Out. This was between a book of desert recipes and a calculus textbook. So it's really just a random, huh? Oh god, this could take all day. Pomni seems to deflate all at the prospect. Hey! There's two of us! That's double the search power! We'll take it one shot at a time. We got this! I do my best to reassure her. Well, support! #support. She looks at me a bit skeptically before nodding. You're right. We can do this! We both get back to the search, carefully inspecting the spines of every book on the shelves. Eventually, we split to different parts of the library, trying to maximize our progress. Little help? Bunny seems to have a fun book Pony seems to have found a book she wants, but she's too short to get it to it. I'm coming, Pomni! I stride between the bookshelves, coming up to her side. She points at a book on the higher shelves. I reach for it, but no luck. It's a bit too high for me as well. Did you want me to lift you or... Pomni goes flush at the idea. Oh, no, that's okay. It's alright. I promise I'm stronger than I look. I won't drop you. I bless my bicep jokingly, flashing a big grin at the jester girl. Pomni chokes and of course laughs. It's not that. It's not that. It's just. I just prefer if you didn't. She smiles at me timidly as she clashes her arm. It seems Pony doesn't want to be touched. I realized I was pushing a boundary and suddenly backtrack. That means to make her uncomfortable. Oh, okay, no worries. There has to be a step school around here or something. I remember tripping on a step stool by some shelves when I entered the library. Oh, here! I dip out quickly to grab the step stool and return with it. Ta-da! I set the step stool on the ground for her. She glimpses to the step, however, still has to reach a bit. She plucks the book off the shelf. Got it! Hey, you're pretty reliable. Я это вырежу. Hey, you're pretty reliable, Roland. Hey, you're pretty reliable. Hey, you're pretty reliable, Erlana. I also save here, of course. Return. Just happy to help a friend. Don't get used to it. Well, of course I'll have a friend. I'm a good person. Pony blinks at me. Friend? I suddenly felt my stomach stink. I didn't say that too soon, did I? Pony gives me a bright smile. You're sweet, Rolana.
Oh, thank you so much, thank you. Because I am sweet. Thank you. OMG. Alright, let's continue the story. It's so fun.
We search well beyond the bell, signaling lunch, until the bell that signals that classes are over for the day. Time seems to fly by with Pony. Well, guess it's time to grab my things. I will to my locker, entering the combination as I put my books away and get ready to head out for the day. My mind drifts to the day's events. I wonder if someone will ask me to walk back with them. I gathered my things and wait a little bit, but Alice, no one approached me. Guess I didn't make a substantial enough impression on anyone today. Just like my old school. Well, there's always tomorrow. I head out of the school from doors and brave the chill of the evening on my own. I sit down on the curb waiting for my parents to come pick up with me. I wait and wait and wait. It's already night. It's starting to get dark and cold. A cold breeze rushes by, chilling me to the bone and filling my nose with the scent of stale cherry blossoms. And I could swear it smells like an old abandoned office. Must be my sinuses acting up or something. The moon is high in the sky as I get up from my perch and begin to walk. As I make my way further from the school entrance, I see a silhouette of someone in the trees. Ooh, looks like someone was waiting for me. They're too short, be Ragata, Gangle, Zubul, or Jax, and I don't remember Pony wearing a suit like that.
Ahoy there, Rolana! Oh, Kane, is that you? I know you.
As I reach the tree line, their appearance becomes more clear. Principal Kane? Hey there, old sport! He extends a hand as hesitantly take it. Hey, Principal Kane! I can suppress a shiver. Pretty cold here. Pretty cold out here, huh? Is it? I hadn't noticed. He shrugs as if the weather is no consequence. Looks like you had a rough first day, Orlana. It's a shame too. When we walked earlier in the intro, I really thought you seemed excited to mingle. I give him a confused look. Talked earlier intro. What is he talking about? He looks away from me and taps at it. Well, no matter. I guess we'll need to restart from a square one, eh? He moves back on the face, his expression bright. Square one? What? Principal Kane reaches out and taps me with Kane. I feel like memories begun to unravel. Ooh, what the freak. It's a weirdly uncomfortable feeling. First my memories become fuzzy, like I'm watching them on TV, but the TV has a really bad reception. Then my entire body starts tingling, like when you sleep on your arm. Weird, and when you wake up, it feels fuzzy and you can move, no matter how hard you try. All shades of color fade to all dull gray. Even my sense of smell fades as I feel myself pull into Principal Kane's skin. Maybe next time, flex those socializing muscles a bit, Erlana? I'm barely able to hear him. It looks like I'm underwater. What the freak? Here's a hint. Focus on spending time with at least one person, and maybe say things that they'd like to hear. Just some advices. Best luck of next go ground. With shake of his cane, less of my consciousness dissolves. What? Okay, we got the game over. So, for me being so shy, because in real life I am. So, I got. Is this the ending or something like this? Wow! Alright, guys, if you wanna know for part 2, because I wanna do this, so guys, give me at least like 5 likes and I'm doing the second part of this game. So thanks guys for watching. I hope y'all like it. So see you later, my darlings.